Welcome back to Texas Truck Channel. I'm Sam, and today we're at the hill with the new TRD Rally Tundra. Here we go. You can tell we got the stripes. That's what tells us it's a TRD Rally.
Look, first of all, Toyota, I'm so honored you copied our Ranger and put the yellow Chipotle and ketchup stripe on your truck. It's so awesome. And before you get in the comments, yeah, we know Ford did it first. They did it before Toyota did way back in the day, but like by a year, just barely. So look, this deal is the Rally, and I freaking love this thing. It's about $62,000, which might sound like a lot, but it comes with a lot of the TRD off-road features. It's basically a TRD off-road with some extra skid plates and stuff like that. It's competitive. The only thing cheaper than this is maybe a Trail Boss with the custom trims. You get a lot less features, but if you get the comparable version, it's about the same money. So I think this F-150 trimmer, Ram Rebel, it's kind of in that vein. The trimmer F-150 is the more expensive one of all of them. I don't know why, because this feels a little nicer inside than the Ford. Just gonna put it out there, but that's fine. Let's talk about what powers it up front, because my favorite part of this truck, Sam, is the power plant, and that there's no orange cables under here. This is just a tried and true twin turbo V6. I know the V8's gone. Yes, pour one out, it's sad. But this is the more linear power plant between this and the hybrid. The hybrid, yes, makes bigger numbers, but it doesn't perform any better, doesn't get any better mileage in our testing, or not notably. It's basically the same. And the biggest deal that I want to bring up is that the engagement you have as a driver is just more linear and smoother and less auto start stop feeling. That's really what it comes down to. It's a lot of preference. 389 horsepower, 479 torque, 10-speed auto, 2-speed transfer case, no auto, but for what we're doing here, that doesn't matter. Let's talk about the other things that are of concern for me, and that is 21 degrees of approach angle. It's kind of low for this kind of truck, and that's the issue with the nose of the Tundra. It's very plasticky. All the corners are soft bits that can get ripped or scratched or damaged, but don't worry, our boys at Cali Rays have plenty of options to get you set up with better bumpers and that kind of stuff. That's part of the reason why it's so quiet on the highway. It's very streamlined and very aerodynamic. That's a benefit. Coming down to wheel and tire, what are we dealing with there, Sam? We're dealing with some Michelins. These are the LTX Trail. They are a 265/70 R18. That's right, there's not a 20 on here or 22. It's an 18, which is what it should be. Hiding behind it is a Bilstein 4600 series shock, which for off-road is about right. This thing on some dirt with a little bit of speed. These feel like they're tuned quite well. Now this tire is not what I would call an all-terrain, and they're not saying it is, it's a trail tire, but it's gonna do better than a highway trim will do. It has a little more siping in here for some dirt work. It's already grabbing rocks in here, as you can see. I think it'll do okay on this hill. The downside is it's kind of been raining a little bit on and off today, so I'm curious to see how it's gonna go, but we do have stripes on our side. Don't forget it, that has us covered.
All right, Ryan, let's check in this interior. My feet are all muddy.
Whoa, stop. We have a solve for this.
Oh, we're not gonna get these ones all dirty?
No, hold this.
Oh.
Bam! Last Fit Liners is sponsoring this episode. That's the biggest news here, and the reason why we need them is because your dirty feet. We got it covered. These are Last Fit Liners for the Tundra in particular. Let's cut them open and check it out.
Let's go.
Okay, as always, Last Fit Liners packages their stuff very well. I can't believe they've got a crew cab truck in this one box. Oh baby. Okay, so typical Last Fit function, you've got a one piece going across, which I really like because if someone spills their juice box right here, it'll slide there or there, not into a seam between the carpet. A lot of the trucks have multi-piece rears. This is better for that. Good coverage for your toes going into the front seat, and then locks for the rear. These things are so snug, they're laser scanned to get in here. Now keep in mind, we just took it out of the box, so it's gonna lay flat over time. But I can already see, Sam, that there's coverage that goes over the sill of the door here. That keeps dust going in between the sill and the carpet. And you've got toe protection up here, all the way up under the seat. Here's the factory mat. Look how puny and tiny that is, and how much mud is gonna fall off the edge and into the carpet. You just don't want that. Here's the bigger Last Fit Liner. It gives you more coverage, more protection, and it drops right onto the factory latch. Now it actually goes over the edge and protects the carpet under the seat itself, and the entire dead pedal is protected as well. Now, if you'd like to get a set for yourself, we have a link down below, and thanks to Last Fit for sponsoring this episode. We love working with these guys. On to the review. Now, breakover angle is not advertised on Toyota's site. We'll see what happens there.
Yeah.
Coming out back, we do have twin tip dual exhaust, which we think sounds pretty dang good.
They say TRD on them, right?
They are TRD.
They are TRD, yeah.
And our departure angle is 24 degrees, which is not bad. Luckily, we're not doing a downhill test today, so we're not gonna worry about that. I'm concerned about the nose. One more thing you get, Sam, is there's a skid plate down here that comes with the Rally package. I like that. It's probably gonna help us here in a minute. Let's hop inside and I'll show you the goodies. Let's open the back window because we freaking can. I love that. That's a huge win on the Tundra Camp. But let's talk about off-road goodness. So as Sam covered on the road test, we don't have off-road pages here, even though we have a big screen 85-inch TV from your living room straight on the dash. What we do have is an analog gauge cluster, which I actually really like. The only thing off-roading we get are the pitch and roll right here, which cool, thanks Toyota for telling me that. But they don't give you a number, they give you a range.
Yeah.
So that's okay, not a big deal. One thing you do get is, much like the TRD off-road, you get the TRD steering wheel with a new marker, and then you get the new marker on your shifter so you know where your shifter is. Rally stripes, rally seats, these look freaking good, and then the red start button. For off-road, we get the all-important.
The locker.
The locker, as well as MTS and then four-wheel drives.
I think two-wheel drive isn't going to do us much good.
We are not going to do a one-wheel drive test on
No.
this because that knows if we bounce, we are in
we're
trouble.
done
so,
for everything
So
else.
for high, I'm going to turn traction off because I want the least amount of aid. And let's just see what it does. If
Yeah.
it struggles, we'll do
We'll
four-wheel.
probably get some type of brake modulation to kind of help
Yeah.
us up the hill a little, but we'll see.
Let's see what we got. Let's watch that nose.
All right, so we can see we're getting pretty close. Let's see, can I get down in there? Maybe. Let's come forward a little bit more. Yeah, we're already touching right there at the bottom. I don't know if y'all could see that. Yeah, so we're already touching the nose.
What?
That 24 degrees.
21 degrees in the
21
front.
is not even helping
This
us
is
out.
what I was telling you. Okay,
All right.
so
what do you think, dude? Should we take it up to the side a little bit more and so we don't
Okay.
rip the nose off of this thing and turn into Craig?
we definitely don't want to pull a Craig. Here's the deal. This has been a problem with the Sequoia because of its air dam. It's a problem on this. It's not. There's no air dam on this. We just have to take a different angle. But luckily, we're going to twist the truck up.
Yeah.
Use that skid plate. It has the tools to do it, and we're going to need that locker to do it, I think.
Okay.
So I'm going to go actually to 4 low for more control. And now if I have to hop it into the diff lock, I can.
Yeah.
So let me back up and do a little bit of reset. And we're going to have to go to the right.
All right, yeah. Okay, we're slipping just a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the left front is spinning and the right rear is spinning because we've made it light. I don't want to default to the diff lock. I want to try and do some MTS drive modes. So let's see what we have to work from. We've got mogul, sand, mud, and rock. I think mogul is more appropriate because that means 2 wheels in the air usually.
Yeah.
So let's see what that does. And we're in 4 low, the diff is not locked yet. So let's see if the brake modulation can make it happen. How's that nose? Impressive.
Okay.
Hey, so the mogul, interesting. So mogul mode is applying left foot brake while it's giving throttle. And so as I let off, I can feel the brake drag. That's
Yeah,
pretty
okay.
impressive. See the
I
drag?
See.
Fuel tank might get it.
Nope, nothing.
No big deal.
Just like that.
Wow.
Turns out we didn't need that locker.
I'm a little impressed with it actually.
Yeah.
So this is a good testament to Toyota's drive modes. In years past, they were really herky-jerky and like they were effective, but they were noisy. You could hear the ABS pump running. This thing was applying ABS, brake modulation, and throttle on its own. Well, I was giving the throttle, but it wasn't doing any, I wasn't touching the brake. And it just drove through its brakes incredibly well. It didn't need a diff lock, which it's there if you want it, but we didn't need it. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Pretty good. So the low nose is still a thing, but this is not a heavy-duty rock crawler. Tacomas have better clearance, and Land Cruisers are definitely the tool
Yeah,
for that.
definitely.
But if you're in a pinch and you're on a bad road, you can figure it out, take a different angle.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
if you're gonna be taking some trails and doing some off-road camping, maybe some primitive camping,
Yeah.
right? You can still, I mean, obviously it will get you there, right? It has all the features that you need to get
Yeah.
good tires, and what else could you ask for?
Hey, that's a good point. Before we actually close this episode out, these trucks look so sick on 37s. You know what I'm talking about, Sam?
Yeah, I've seen a couple, yeah. And,
Yeah.
I mean,
or even 35s. These are
But,
33s.
you know, out of the last video, we had some people that were not in the United States that were hating on us saying, why do you need bigger tires? Why do you need mud trains? Well, I'll tell you what, if you were somewhere where you get mud in Texas where it's just like,
we do. East Texas,
it's
you
just
need
like
it. It's
clay
it
and it
sticks.
just sticks everywhere.
You need it to
That's
fling,
you need it
too.
to fling. You need it to be able to get everything out, clear the tire, and then get on with your life.
I get what
right?
you're saying. It depends on what train
Yeah,
you're
it
on
depends
for
on what
sure.
you are.
These are the same size tire our Ranger has now. It's enough for this kind of work. But if you're doing, look, if you're playing on Instagram, you're gonna want at least 35s on this thing, and the
Yeah.
wheel well is big enough for it. That's enough blabbing from us. Thanks for watching. Thanks for Last Fit for sponsoring this episode, and thanks for Craig for giving us a day off from him.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, let us know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.